colorful mosaics, Byzantine arches, and the initials of Justinian himself add to the enchanting aura of the structure. Hagia Sophia was so perfect in design that people didn't believe it could be erected by human hands. Legends proclaim that God drew the plans and angels were sent to carry out construction. For more than 1,400 years, Hagia Sophia has stood as a testament to the sophistication of its Byzantine and Ottoman builders. Today, it serves as a museum. Just as overlapping layers of history shaped Hagia Sophia, modern life in Istanbul is rooted in traditions that began thousands of years ago. Every Sunday, enthusiasts gather at more than 260 pigeon bazaars in Istanbul to buy and sell birds. The passion for raising pigeons stretches back into prehistory. Before Christianity and Islam, some Turks believed that when they died, their souls would rise to heaven carried aloft by pigeons. Today, Turks still feel a special kinship to the birds. There are more than a dozen distinct breeds, each favored for special traits such as speed, endurance, and intelligence. A top bird can fetch a small fortune in the market.
Abi bu bayağı uçurduğumuz kuşlar yani. Böyle boş kuş değiller yani. Sıradan kuşlar değiller.
Hep kanatına mı?
Dersen bak Avrupalılar. Böyle bir erkek var.
Throughout the city, pigeons roost almost everywhere. And a favorite spot seems to be under the eaves and along the roof lines of the mosques.
Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Eşhedü en la ilahe illallah. Eşhedü enne Muhammeden Resulullah.
Of all Istanbul's Muslim holy places, the most famous is the Blue Mosque. Built over 7 years, from 1609 to 1616 AD, it was created to rival Hagia Sophia. The scale and splendor have inspired both awe and anger. Only imperial mosques have more than one minaret, and its 6 were considered sacrilegious by many who saw them as an attempt to surpass Mecca. The mosque draws its name from the beautiful blue Iznik tiles that decorate the interior. While an even greater beauty may be the sunlight filtering in through 250 windows. The Blue Mosque was built by some of the same stonemasons who later helped construct the Taj Mahal in India. This is a most serene and holy place in Istanbul. But there are other, more lively pleasures to be found. At hookah bars, patrons relax with a leisurely smoke, much as they have done since the 17th century. Back then, sultans smoked a mixture of opium, perfume, and crushed pearls. Today, live embers are placed on top of whole rolled tobacco leaves, often flavored with fruits such as apple and strawberry. Offering a pipe to a guest became a sign of trust, and withholding it, a serious insult. Istanbul is a living city with the hustle and bustle that comes with being one of the world's greatest urban centers. Centuries ago, the Ottoman rulers carved out a quiet space for themselves. They built the Topkapi Palace. The grounds were laid out in 4 courtyards to resemble the tents Ottoman rulers used on military campaigns. From its creation in 1459 until 1853, this was where some of the most powerful men on earth lived, the Ottoman rulers or sultans. Originally, it was the seat of government, but gradually became just the sultan's residence. He could meander through the courtyards where his advisors debated state policy, or he could slip through empty passageways to the secrecy and pleasure of the harem. Topkapi's harem was built in the late 16th century to house the sultan's wives, concubines, and unmarried female relatives. The word harem comes from the Arabic for forbidden, and the only males other than the Sultan or his sons who were allowed here were castrated men known as eunuchs. It is a maze of beautiful rooms. A place that some called a golden cage. The women washed and relaxed in the harem baths, but most of the time, they were called upon to entertain and amuse the Sultan. Here they performed for their ruler, and many vied for his attentions. To become one of the Sultan's favorites meant a life of ease and privilege, but competition was stiff. The harem contained as many as 1,000 women. Across the water from Topkapi's harem, at the top of the Galata Tower, we can still catch a glimpse of one of the most enticing aspects of Turkish culture, gibik dansi, or belly dancing. It was once believed to have originated in the harem as a way to catch the Sultan's eye. But like so much else in Istanbul, the seductive dance was born from many different influences. Its roots stretch back into ancient Greece, and today it is largely performed just for tourists. On August 30th, Istanbul celebrates Victory Day, the day Turkish troops prevailed in the War of Independence in 1922. It was Mustafa Kemal Pasha, universally known as Ataturk, or Father of the Turks, who led the army to victory, bringing about the birth of the Turkish Republic in 1923. Ataturk ruled for only 14 years, but the doctrines he instilled in his people fostered sweeping changes in the social, cultural, and religious structure of Turkish society that continue to shape the country's identity. Women's rights, freedom of dress, and religious tolerance are all aspects of Turkish society that were pioneered by Ataturk. Change and rebirth are forces that have shaped the city and its inhabitants since its founding, and have been the only constants in this mixture of ideas and culture.
İstanbul'u düşünürken sadece bir geçiş noktası veya sadece bir köprü olarak düşünmemek lazım. Burası bir kavşak noktası. Yani değişik kültürler, değişik dinler, uygarlıklar, değişik toplumlar, etnik gruplar gelmişler. Burada mekan tutmuşlar. Burada bir arada yaşamanın sırrını keşfetmişler.
Under the skyscrapers and minarets, in the shadows of mosques and churches, and in the faces of its diverse people, the spirit and culture of Istanbul live on, melding into a city that is at the same time modern and ancient, Asian and European, a true crossroads for all of humankind.